Alright guys, how's it going? So at this point, I am past the return policy of all of these accessories. So these are real accessories that I use all day long with my ROG Ally. I didn't just buy them for this video just to cover, then I'm going to return them. No, at this point, everything I own pretty much permanently. So let's just get right into them. This is a bit messy, so let me just clear here out. Okay, much better. Alright guys, so first I'm going to start off with the official accessories and then I'm going to kind of work my way down. But stay tuned till the end though. One of them is a very interesting product that was sent out to me by a company that I've been really interested in for the longest while. Let's start off with what most people's first accessory might be, and that might be a case. Now, I went with the official case. I really do like this case. Nothing special about it, but just, cool ROG design and all the things like that. And I like that there's a sense of continuity because it is an ROG product and you get the ROG branding, etc. Let me start off with a few gripes. I kind of wish there was some room for some accessories. I guess you could fit like a card in here or whatnot, but you can't really fit a charger and you can't fit like a battery pack or anything. It's just meant to put the ROG Ally in it, which is fine. I mean, and I guess it does keep the size down. So if that's what you're into, then I guess this is perfect for you. And overall, that is what I'm into. I just wish I could also put the charger in here too, just so I could have everything in just one package. So one cool thing about this, but I don't use it too much because I'm concerned, is this actually turns into a stand. I mean, so because this little flappy piece is Velcro, you can attach it to any part of the case and you can literally put your ROG Ally on it. So when you're connecting a controller to it, etc., you're good to go. So honestly, I'm not saying that this doesn't work, but I'm kind of concerned about the thermals. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not though. ASUS has been in the laptop and mobile space for so long that they really know how to control their thermals. The only thing is it'll just thermal throttle and you might lose a little bit of performance, but I kind of feel like you're cooking your ROG Ally if you use this case, because I mean, as you can kind of see from the side here, a lot of this heat doesn't have anywhere to go. On ASUS's website for this case, they are advertising it like this, so I'm sure it's going to be fine. Moving on. Next, all right, we got to talk about this Raikiri Pro. When it first came out, there were some firmware bugs where it was kind of hard to pair it with the ROG Ally. That has been fixed. It's actually much easier now. If you guys are still having issues, just leave me a comment and I'll walk you through it. Okay, but this controller is good. It's really good, but it's not worth the asking price of $170. I mean, I think it's a great like $70 to $80 keyboard. I'd rather have this over the official Xbox controller and even over the Xbox Elite controller. I did a review on that a long time ago. But I mean, I do like this. And you get the paddles and it's comfortable enough to where if you're not using the paddles, you'll never really notice it until you actually do. And then it becomes very readily available to you. So if you are a pro player, I do like this. I love the sticks. They're super responsive. They're actually a lot better to game on than the actual ROG Ally controller itself. From the sticks to the buttons, everything feels really nice and premium, but not $170 premium. I mean, if you want an ROG controller to go with your ROG Ally, then yeah, it's great. And if you don't mind paying this price, I think it's a good controller. But at $170, I don't think it's worth it at this particular price point. And one key thing I forgot to mention is that it actually has a built-in USB dongle in it for wireless connectivity, and that is actually clutch. And in addition, has Bluetooth and wired support, so it covers all end, which I don't think is offered anything else. But moving on. Okay, so the next thing I want to talk about is this 65-watt charger. So yeah, the ROG Ally does come with one, but the party trick with this one is it's actually a dock. So you actually get an additional USB 2.0 port and an HDMI 2.0 port, which is perfect for hooking this up to a monitor or a TV. And I'll get into that. I'll get into using this port in a second. And the coolest thing is too, is this is the cable that it comes with. Not only does it support 65-watt charging, but it's actually a display port. So with just one cable, that's how you're able to get access with this USB 2.0 and the HDMI 2.0. So that's why I've been using this USB port as a gaming headset, and I'll get into this headset in a second. Okay, so the next official ROG Ally accessory I want to talk about is the ROG Cetra. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, to be honest, but it is a pretty good wireless headphone. So I did travel with the ROG Ally to New York City like a month ago, and the only thing I brought with me was the ROG Cetra and my ROG Ally. And I mean, it served me well. I think it sounds good, and at $100, I think at that price point, it serves its function really, really well. But for $50 more, I think you could just do a lot better, and it can really start to go up from there. But I mean, if you want to live in the ROG ecosystem, then I think at $99, it's a really, really good choice. I think the sound is really, really good. It's lacking some clarity, and there's some really good controls. One thing I really like about it, if you press and hold the right earbud, then it turns into the game mode, and that decreases the latency. And I haven't really noticed much degradation in quality when using gaming mode, and it did tend to decrease the latency a lot, especially when I was playing more fast-paced type action adventure games. So now we're gonna move into the non-official ROG Ally accessories, but for honestly $50 more, and if you want to stay with the white aesthetic and you want to go with like a cool company and not be like super mainstream, I would recommend the Nothing Earbs 2. In a way, I don't know why I'm showing you these broke. My dog got to it and chewed it up, but I ordered a replacement and it didn't get here in time for me filming this video. So I guess with their design language, this fits right in with the white and black aesthetic. So for $50 more, I think you're going to get a substantially better experience with this over the official ROG Cetras. But at $300, these are the XM5s. These just came out and these sound incredible. Among the best, especially at this price point. The only issue though is there's a little bit of latency. It's perfectly fine for most, like, I don't want to say casual, I kind of hate that term, but like single player games where you're just playing more for an experience, or RPGs, or even like light action games like Horizon Zero Dawn, which I'm still playing through. They sound perfectly fine. But there is a little bit of latency, but not enough to bug me. But if you want the best gaming experience, I mean, this might not be appropriate everywhere, but the Razer Blackshark Pro 2023 model. If you want to stay with the aesthetics, you got to go for the white. I won't say this is like super portable, but honestly, they aren't much bigger than most like mainstream, like regular headphones. For example, these are the latest Sony over-the-ear headphones, and they're about the same size. So, I mean, yes, you could use something like this, and this is also recommended too. But, I mean, at the end of the day, you're still dealing with Bluetooth. The cool thing is, though, is if you're able to pair the ROG Ally with this headset and with this dock, I think you're going to be getting one of the best experiences out there. And I mean, of course, there's a lot of gaming headsets out there, and I actually spent a lot of time testing maybe 5 or 6 of the best headsets under $200, and I think so far this is winning. One of the main reasons is because of this microphone. This microphone is exceptional. This is by far the best microphone I've ever heard on a gaming headset. It actually, I almost feel like I could record YouTube videos on it. But I mean, if you're getting into being portable, then this kind of does not work. So the next device I want to talk about is obviously a battery pack. So when I went to New York, I was traveling and I had to use a battery pack because if you're playing high performance games on the ROG Ally, the battery just won't last. This thing just pushes too much watts. I don't have the battery in front of me right now just because I can't find it, but I'll just show up a link of Amazon. This is the one that I chose. I mean, I just wanted to make sure that I'm able to get the full 65 watts from the battery pack itself. And I did run some tests. I just ran a few benchmarks like TimeSpy, etc. with the battery pack and with the 65 watt charger that came with the ROG Ally, and I got identical scores. Even though you do get a warning stating that this isn't the official charger, you're not going to get full power, etc. That's just a ASUS thing. It's just like they're just trying to get you to continue to use their official chargers, etc. So in a 3-hour flight, the battery pack lasted about 2 hours, and then for like the next 2 hours or so, I was able to just use the ROG Ally's battery. So if that's not enough for you, which probably isn't for me, then maybe get something larger. But the thing, there's a billion chargers on Amazon, and I don't know how to make a decision. I just chose this one, and it served me well, so I do recommend it. And the next device I want to talk about is this. This is the BenQ treVolo U Bluetooth speaker. And this was actually sent over to me from the folks at BenQ. So guys, I really appreciate it. No money exchange or anything like that. They just sent this over to me and told me to talk about it in my next ROG Ally video. So here I am. So this is a decent sounding Bluetooth speaker. It's a bit pricey at $209, but there are some cool things about it though. So you have a USB port for charging and an auxiliary port. So this supports the microphone, and also you could use the Bluetooth microphone. So the cool thing about this is this product is designed specifically for voice communication. So if you're using Discord, and I've been using this as my companion to take meetings, and it's been great. So the audio quality is pretty decent. Not at, I won't say it's as good as you can get for a Bluetooth speaker that costs $209. But I mean, I think what BenQ is going for with this is, like I said, the microphone. The microphone actually sounds really good, much better than the built-in microphone of the ROG Ally. And if you're wondering if these are cameras, they're not. These are LiDAR sensors. So you press this button that looks like a snake, and what that does is it determines your distance from the speaker, and it adjusts the microphone sensitivity for your distance from this device. And I have noticed that, I mean, the speakers obviously sound better than the ROG Ally speakers, and the microphone quality is really good. Yeah, so overall, I actually do like it. I've been using it at work a lot for my meetings because the microphone, like I said, is very good. And the speaker tuning is designed specifically for voice intelligibility. So voices come through very clear on it, and then there's different settings to where you could just use it as a regular speaker, and then it sounds pretty good on the Ally or anything else you would use it for. I kind of took it with me on a few trips, and it serves its function as a good small Bluetooth speaker. It is a little bit pricey though, but it does have that built-in microphone on it, which a lot of Bluetooth speakers just don't have. Okay guys, so the last product I want to talk about, and this was actually sent over from UPERFECT. If you guys haven't heard of UPERFECT, they are the guys. They are the premier guys for portable monitors. I remember back when I just started working remotely, and I just figured I was just going to travel and work, and the first thing I needed was a portable monitor. And doing some research, immediately you see that UPERFECT is pretty much the #1 guys to go to. And you don't have to take my word for it. Just go on Amazon. You'll see that all of their reviews are like 4.5 stars or higher across all of their different product line. And they have a whole bunch of stuff too. They have 4K monitors, QHD monitors, high refresh monitors. They have an OLED monitor at 4K resolution. They have a whole bunch of stuff. When I was working with the team at UPERFECT, we decided that the best monitor for them to send me is this 1080p 120 hertz monitor, which perfectly matches the Ally. So this has been great. If you want a bigger screen for the ROG Ally, I would say look no further than the UPERFECT 1080p 120 hertz monitor. And I'm going to have links to this in the description, along with a specific discount code. If you use my link, you'll get like $30 off. Really happy about this. And like I said, guys, I've been looking forward. I've known about this brand for a long time. So the moment that they reached out to me, I was like, yes, let's go. So one of the coolest things about this monitor is that it is incredibly thin. Like, look at this, guys. This is nuts. So this fits perfectly in any bag, etc. Like, granted, this 18-inch is a little bit large and it's hard to get it in frame here. And the picture quality is pretty good. It's an IPS screen. It's not that bright when you just plug in the ROG Ally directly into the monitor, but the moment you give it an additional power source, which is just another USB cable connected to a power brick, you get a lot more brightness, and it's been really fun and enjoyable to game on. The response time is good. The input lag seems pretty much just as low as gaming on the ROG Ally screen itself. So maybe we could tackle some of the elephants in the room, like it is 1080p at 18 inches, but if you're sitting a good distance away, like I usually sit like 1 arm's length away, and I feel like it's perfectly sharp. And the thing is also, you don't want to go higher than 1080p because the chipset in the ROG Ally can't really support anything much higher while maintaining a high enough FPS. It's really cool that this monitor matches the resolution and the refresh rate. But honestly, if this isn't the right monitor for you, there's tons and tons of other options from UPERFECT. So it's always nice to have choices. Man, I'm really happy that UPERFECT sent this over to me. So if you guys are interested in this particular portable monitor or any other portable monitor, check the link down below, use my code, and you'll get $30 off your next order. These are the essential accessories I've been using ever since I got my Ally, even the ones that have been sent to me. So if you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.